Wow, hey, wow, I get it. It's daytime, I get it. Are you done yet? Finally! What smell is better than the smell of coffee? I dare you to try and tell me of a smell that's better than the smell of coffee. Actually, the smell of chocolate, vanilla, petrol, Tipex. Yeah, actually, there's quite a few smells that smell better than coffee. Never mind. Alrighty, well, how's it, people? It's currently 10:30 in the morning. I jumped into the shower, that's why my hair is wet. So here's the thing, one of you asked me to do a video on what I eat in a day. I didn't know this was a thing, but I YouTubed it, and apparently this is a thing where people make videos on what they eat in a day. I thought it was quite interesting that they literally just like film what they're eating. My eating is a very sensitive topic for me because it's quite a story, my horrible eating habits. But I decided, since this person requested this video, I thought this is a good opportunity to tell you the story, to tell you my story and to go a bit into my past. I don't know if you'd be interested in that. So if you're not interested in that, in learning a little bit more about me, you're welcome to bugger off. But if you are, well, this is the video for you. God, that was bloody sore. So welcome to my first meal of the day. Yep, that's right. This is breakfast, folks. A cup of coffee. And I know what you're thinking, but Sam, that's not breakfast. Yeah, I know. This is the other thing. What you're going to hear in this video, it's a horrible story, okay? But I'm gonna be real with you, because I keep it real with you on my channel. I will say before the story begins that I am getting better, because I acknowledged I had a problem, and I am getting better at it, so that's good. I actually checked my analytics. I wanted to see what age group you people were, the people watching me. I was relieved to see that the majority of you watching are my age, within the age range of 24 to 35. So that makes me happy. It makes me happy that not many of you are at that age where you're still impressionable. If you do happen to be a young person, please don't follow what I did. It's bad. It's unhealthy. Don't do this to your body. Eat breakfast. Like, don't just have a cup of coffee. Please eat breakfast. What you say, Harry? Are you ready for the hard truth, Harry? Also, if you're new to my channel and you haven't seen my face without makeup, welcome. I wouldn't have been able to do this about 5 or 6 years ago because I couldn't bear to see my face without makeup. I was too embarrassed. But luckily today I'm very comfortable in my own skin and I love my body with or without makeup. So there you go. What I'm going to do is during the course of the day and my courses of meals, I'm going to like slowly tell you the whole story. So yeah, I hope you're ready for this story. Bye, I'll see you at lunch. Welcome back. It's approximately 10 past 12, which means it's lunchtime. I am making my very excellent mediocre pasta, cheese cream pasta. It's gonna be cheesy, it's gonna be creamy, it's gonna be mediocre, as a pasta can only be. So let me explain, because I haven't really told you yet where the story is even going. Like I said in the beginning, I have still to this day, I have very bad eating habits. But I think before we get into those bad eating habits, I should tell you a little bit about my past. If you didn't know already, I'm going to be 30 next year. That's insane. I'll take you back about 17, 18 years ago, when I was in high school pretty much. I also should tell you that I have two sisters. One is older and one is younger. I'm in the middle, yes. And no, I do not have middle child syndrome. Thanks for asking. Now, my older sister was, I always joke about it to this day, she was the one blessed with the looks. Even my younger sister, I wasn't the one blessed with the looks. I was good at school. Not that they weren't good at school, they were good at school, but also blessed with looks. It was just really not fair. So I wasn't too concerned with my younger sister because she was younger than me, and yeah, she was like the baby. But my older sister, it was really hard because she was kind of known as the pretty one. I'm not just saying this. Kids in school would always compare me to her. As you know, in high school, people can be pretty mean. I had no issues with my older sister until people started making these comments about how she was the pretty one. And I remember some kids said that I would never be as pretty as my older sister. Even a teacher, yeah, that's right, a teacher. I guess he said it in a jokey way, but he didn't understand that it cut me. I don't know what we were talking about, but I approached him and he said, oh, where's the pretty one? More and more people were making these stupid comments, and then I started believing that I was ugly. Soon I was jealous of my own sister, and I used to cry myself to sleep, just wondering like why I could never be as pretty as her. And it was really hard living in her shadow. I remember this one time in high school, these boys said something to me along the lines of how I'm not pretty and I'll never be as pretty as my older sister. And that was like the kind of like the breaking point for me. I remember running to my mother's office. My mother worked in my high school, by the way, and I was just crying and crying because I could not take it anymore. I told you, I started believing that I was ugly. When I looked in the mirror, I honestly saw the ugliest person in the world. I totally believed 100% that I was so ugly. I am naturally a shy person. I don't speak a lot. You might not think so because of my YouTube channel, but naturally I'm a very shy person, and with all these comments and all these mean things that people said to me, I became even more closed up. I hated socializing. I never wanted to go in public. I always just wanted to disappear because I didn't want people to look at me, because I was scared that they were going to judge me or say something horrible about me. And because that affected me so much for such a long time, to this day, I still find it very difficult to socialize with people. That made me very awkward socially. My self-esteem was so low. It was so low. It was like it was not even at zero, it was in the minus. At one stage my mother even gave me a book on the inferiority complex, because essentially I thought that I was inferior to everyone else. I was a complete nerd in school. I never really focused on my appearance. I was just concerned with academics. Hashtag Indian. I first used makeup in my third year of university. I had crazy eyebrows. I'll put a baby picture. Can you see my baby picture? Even I was born with these crazy eyebrows. Also, can we just take a moment for my swag in this photo? Like, I was born with swag, yo. Look at my pose. Look at my jeans. That's an Aries child right there. Yeah. I was also getting heavier and heavier. I really loved food, and I was on that seafood diet where I would just seafood and eat it, not like actual seafood because I hate actual seafood, until fast forward to my fourth year of university, and this would be the lowest point in my life. I was my heaviest I'm 142 centimeters high, and at that point I was 57 kgs. I'll put a picture somewhere. I'm very scared to show this picture, but I'll put it up anyway. 57 kgs for someone my height. I was a fatty. I was an incredibly sad person, and I was eating a lot. At this stage, I had developed a crush on someone in university, and his friends basically like took me aside and they said something to me. I'm not gonna say, I vowed I will never ever repeat what they said, but they told me something along the lines of, you will never be pretty. They basically told me that he's too good for me. What they said completely broke me. Self-esteem non-existent. I was just like this floating piece of flesh, just hollow. Fourth year finished, I graduated. I applied for a job at SuperSport. If you're watching from a country that's not South Africa, SuperSport is our biggest sports channel. They declined me. That's when people were telling me about Korea, and now I'm really glad that I got declined because it led me to Korea. And I was like, you know what, this is an opportunity for me to go to a different country, start completely fresh, new people, no one knows me, and I vowed to myself to lose all my weight, and that's what I did. Back when I was a fatty, you will not even believe how much I was eating. I don't know if I ever told you this, but I'm Indian, and I love my rice. I was eating on average like 6 bowls of rice a day. And I'm not talking about the little Korean sized bowls, hey? I'm talking about South African cereal bowls. Back in those days, I would eat curry and rice for breakfast, not cereal, no. And then of course, the food was delicious, so I'd go in for seconds. I was doing this for breakfast, lunch and supper. That's 6 bowls of rice a day. And with every meal, I was having at least 2 glasses of Coke. And on top of that, I would eat a ton of chocolate and sweets, and like that I got to 57 kgs. I told myself enough is enough. I made the most drastic changes to my diet. I went from 6 bowls of rice to 4 tablespoons of rice a day. I also quit Coke. I have not tasted Coke since 2011. Zero Coke. Not Coke Zero, no, zero Coke. I also started exercising, and like that I started losing weight. I remember the first time I weighed myself and I noticed that I went down from 57 kgs to 54, and I was like, whoa, I lost 3 kgs really quickly. It motivated me, but I very soon became addicted to losing weight. Like I could not believe that I could lose weight so quickly like that, and I became addicted. I became so addicted that very soon I was starting to cut out meals. I was cutting out breakfast and I was cutting out lunch, and I would come home and have the tiniest meal. I would cook like a little bit of chicken and a tiny bit of rice. That was what I was consuming in an entire day. I went very quickly. I went from 57 kgs, I dropped to 37 kgs. Few more minutes. I remember the first time I went home after spending a year in Korea, and my family saw like what had happened to me. I remember I would go to my grandmother's house and they'd be like, what the hell? Where have you gone? I would get so angry because I didn't know what they were talking about. It became psychological. I would genuinely look in the mirror and still find roles that needed to go. My one friend in Korea, she'd be like, I feel like you're not telling us something. I don't understand how you could lose this amount of weight so quickly. I feel like you're starving yourself in the quiet. And I would get so angry when she said that to me, but actually she was completely right, and I was just lying to myself. I was lying to everyone. I became crazier and crazier. I was so obsessed with losing weight that for how many years I was not eating. I was eating like half a meal a day, and I was exercising like crazy. I was counting calories like a crazy person, and I did that for about 4 years. I feel really bad for my schools because I'm sure that they were pretty offended that I was not eating the school lunch, but it had nothing to do with Korean food. As you know, I love Korean food, but I didn't want to put anything into my body because I was a crazy person. But you know, the story does have a happy ending. Don't you worry, people, because I finally came to my senses. I don't know what it was, but one day I woke up and I looked at myself and I saw that I was way too thin. And I realized I had a problem that I was not eating, and yeah, I started eating again. You'll be happy to know that these days I eat school lunch every single day. Because the Korean lunches are so huge, I'm still quite full. Like, it keeps me going the whole day. So because the lunches are so big, I still eat when I come home, but like it's much smaller. I will have like fruit, I have yogurt, nuts. You know, I love my popcorn. Yeah, I try not to have like a heavy meal, come like that heavy feeling in me at night. I'm also snacking throughout the day. If you are a teacher in Korea, you will know that in the teacher's office there are constantly fruit in the teacher's office. So I am snacking throughout the day now. So I'm kind of like having breakfast at school because there's always fruit or something at school when I get there. Then I have my coffee and I have fruit. Then I have my huge Korean lunch. Then I come home and I have something much lighter. This actually doesn't look too bad at all. I'm so proud of myself. I am so ready for marriage. I can cook 2 meals now. So if you're looking for a wife, hit me up. Here we go. Oh, it does not look appetizing. But actually, I just tasted it. It's really good. You can see the pasta, you can see the bacon, you can kind of see some mushrooms. This is... It's also hot. Funny thing that about when you take things off a stove. By the way, I am no longer jealous of my sister. It's the most liberating thing to get over that and to finally be happy for my sister and just to have a healthy relationship as a normal sister. I'm finally at a stage where I'm not only just comfortable in my own skin, not only that, I finally started loving what I saw in the mirror. I was happy with who I was finally. Remember I told you in a previous video that Korea changed my life. Korea did change my life. I just finally grew up, and then with all the traveling and I guess teachings, just speaking in front of people every day, my self-esteem grew. I'm still pretty awkward in social situations, but it's getting better. Now also thanks to YouTube, my confidence has gone through the roof. Finally, I feel like that kid with all that swag. I finally became who that kid was supposed to grow up to be. I finally feel like I've embodied that. They're really good. I'm gonna go and finish this now because I'm not actually concentrating on what I'm eating. I'll see you at dessert. Well, howdy doody. It is now 2:20. I need something sweet because I need something sweet. My dessert for today. If you follow my social medias, you would have seen me post a video of my package I got from South Africa. The Cadbury Oreo, guys. If you're not from South Africa or any country that has Cadbury, well, sucks to be you. I'm just joking, kind of. There we go. Can you see the bits? We've got the bits of Oreo there, we got the milk chocolate and then the white chocolate. You can call me racist, but I'm not a fan of white chocolate. Despite that, I still love this chocolate. It is divine. I mean, while I'm eating my dessert, I just want you to know, if you are one of those mean kids in school and you just so happen to be watching this video, please just know that your time to shine as a mean kid in school, it doesn't last very long. It lasts for like 5 years max. Because when you leave school, then sucks to be you, because guess what? We're all equals, and no one's ever gonna ask you if you were a cool kid in school or a mean kid in school. Yeah, no one gives a shit about what you were like in school. No one cares in the real world. You're just gonna be like everyone else when school is finished. Just be wary of that the next time you're mean to someone in school, okay? And if you're one of those kids that was picked on, I wish I could have told myself this way back when. I wish I knew that everything would be okay many years later, that it's not even going to matter, and actually you are actually beautiful no matter what any bullshit anyone tries to tell you. I wish I could have told myself this all those years back as well, that those kids who were mean, they had their own issues that they were dealing with. Clearly whoever tries to bring you down is just bringing you down to their level. If you were that kid that was picked on, your time to shine, like how that cool kid's time to shine was school, your time to shine as the kid that was picked on, it's gonna last way longer. In fact, it lasts the rest of your life. Honestly, like those guys who were mean to me, I look back at them on Facebook now and I'm like, wait, you were mean to me? That's funny. That's cute. But anyway, I wish them the best of luck. I'm just joking, I don't. The chocolate is so good, bruh. Now, I'm just so happy now in life that when I look back on all of that, it just seems so stupid and pointless. And in a way, this sounds crazy, but like I'm actually thankful that all of that happened. It built me into the person that I am now. It made me incredibly strong. Yeah, I have a pretty hard shell now thanks to all of that, coupled with all the mean comments on YouTube. So cheers to that, hey? Oh, hey, welcome back. It's now about 10 to 7. I'm not gonna call it dinner, but it's going to be the last thing that I consume, and that is a beautiful mango. Look at it. This one mango lying in its glass case. It looks like Snow White lying dead in her glass coffin. In case you were interested, this one mango was 10,000 won, which is roughly 120 rand. So this mango better be worth it, seriously. Mango fruit cocktail. Hey, do you remember that advert? That, I think it was Oros. Was it Oros? Oros. Just by the way, I just want you to know that I feel like I made it seem like those mean people and all those events led to me developing this, is it an eating disorder? I don't know. And those people are at fault. No, I take full responsibility. I decided to lose weight. It was something that I had fully in my control, and then I completely lost control of it. No one else is at fault but me. I'm trying to figure out which is the best fruit, watermelon or mango. I'm not even thinking about any other fruit because it's definitely between watermelon and mango. Oh, and lychees. Oh man, it's hard. I don't know, but they're definitely the top 3. This is so good. I really need to stop eating with my mouth full. I've been in Korea for too long. Presentation -2 out of 10, but taste, oh bruh, it was so worth that 10,000 won. I'm lying. I don't think it was worth 10,000 won, but it's still good, and it's still slightly sour. I love that so much. This is the happiest I've been all day. I know you're gonna watch this video and think I still didn't eat a lot. I know, but trust me, it's a lot more than I used to eat. And like I said, I'm getting better. Slowly, baby steps. If you've just joined my channel, I promise my videos are not like this. I will return to my happy self next week, I promise. Before I go, I just want to say, please be careful when it comes to losing weight. As you can see, it can be a very addictive thing. Do it the proper way. Go to a dietitian, go to a professional. Don't do what I did and like do it yourself and then lose control. Yeah, I hope you were able to learn something from this video. I hope you took away something, even if you could relate to it. Maybe you know someone who went through this, maybe you yourself went through this. Yeah, but that's where I'm gonna leave it. Don't forget to follow me on all the social medias, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I will see you next week with a much more fun video. I promise. Goodbye.